Hey, it's Pizza Dude Man Guy. We're back to Samurai Shodown, and it's time for us to play as Tam Tam. They said this is a character that was in the original Samurai Shodown, but then he was quickly replaced by his daughter, Cham Cham. And they didn't bring him back very much, but now he's back for this reboot of the series. So cool. My general rule of thumb has been, if the arcade mode takes me less than an hour, I'll do a second person. If it takes me more, then I won't. And I'm sticking with that because, man, there's some stuff I'm working on right now, some videos and stuff that I really want to do. I just don't want to fall behind doing Samurai Shodown as well. Plus, it's fun for me, right? I mean, I have fun both making videos and playing games. And if I do too much of one without doing the other, I'll get burnt out on both. Let's go with purple because it's my favorite color. Here we go, Tam Tam. How does he connect with the story?
あの国での大乱と時を同じくして老中田沼意次が失脚新たに老中の任に就いた松平定信により寛政の改革が執り行われた。しかし各地の飢饉や大火打ち壊しによる混乱は消滅を極め悪鬼邪気ともいえる暗雲は今や日の本全土を覆わんとしていた。盗まれた村の宝珠を探し、世界各国を放浪しているグリーンヘルの勇者タムタムは、横島な気配。
Wow, news travels far if it's reaching him all the way there.
混沌と渦巻く邪気の中に、宝珠パレンケストーンが放つかすかな波動を感じ取り。
How did his gem get all the way from there to Japan? It must be some significant gem. I said I am not actually super familiar with Tam Tam. I am more familiar with his daughter Cham Cham, because she was in more games. I think, okay, we're probably starting with Earthquake right away, which means we're not really going to get a feel for the character because we're just going to spam jumping heavies till Earthquake goes down. But maybe it's not Earthquake. I think the alternative is Ukyo. They could be doing that like a haul. Oh, you know, it's the other people that were introduced in the first Samurai Shodown. Although I think Earthquake falls in that as well. I'm like 90% certain Earthquake was in the first Samurai Shodown. Yep, here we go. Did you take my gem? The gem is not your treasure. It is mine. And my frame rate's going down. Well, nothing I can do about that. Wow, Tanyam's pretty big. I mean, he doesn't look as so big because he's all crouched over and stuff. His jumping is kind of floaty. That's interesting. I love the range on his aerial, though. Dang. He's all crouched over and stuff, so he doesn't seem that big, but then he's got this huge range with his sword. It's really nice. This is going to be a great character to fight the boss with. You know, Earthquake, you could, you know, block these moves. He didn't even try, just like, yeah, I'm gonna let this guy kill me. Dang, harsh. Alright, who's our next opponent? Wait, I'm on the same island, but now it's daytime. So I think that's when it's the beach, meaning I'm gonna fight either Haomaru or Darlie Dagger. We will find out very soon. Oh, there we go. Haomaru.
さんが相手かい。泣きを見ても知らねえぜ。 Tam vs. Haomaru.
Haomaru. Now I have to actually fight. Whoa! That's just his light attack. Seriously? No. Okay, well, how did I do that? Whoa. Oh, that's cool. What if I do this? Oh, that's how I do the skull thing. It's a pretty tall projectile, though. It's not going to be helpful against a lot of people. And then this. Okay, it's a spin attack. But how did I do the one? All I did was like, I did like a this and then this. How did I do that? Oh shoot! Oh, I better start paying attention to the fight. That's interesting. That's just like a part of his normal moves. I'm guessing it's just a special kind of triggered special move. I don't understand the trigger for it yet, but it's a nice attack. Ow. Oh, that's just... Oh, and then I can move with it? Whoa! Oh my god, that's so good! Whoa. That's gonna be even more of a dominant strategy than what I was doing with Nakaruru. Look at that. What do you do against that? That's ridiculous! Oh man, Tam Tam is awesome! You can't take Haomaru's hair! Oh no! And that's where we fight Nakaruru. Although, apparently Wu Rusheng can also appear there, because we had that happen once. Or maybe that's what her stage has always been, and I just never noticed. I'm still guessing we're going to fight Nakaruru, though.
Tam Tam vs. Nakoruru.
Ow. Uh-oh. I cannot turn around while using the move, so there's one weak point. You can jump over it. And you better. It's gonna hurt otherwise. I really don't see a reason why I shouldn't just spam this move. This might be a little bit stale, guys, but I mean, you know, dominant strategy. You know, you find an attack that works and works really well. Why would you not use it all the time? Like I said, I have not found a situation yet where I'm like, man, you know what? I should have used any other attack. Look, I can. The kicker is that I can approach while using it. It's just like, hey, can't get away. I haven't even had to use a lightning blade yet. I'm not getting hit enough to use my lightning blade yet. I mean, this is already the third fight, isn't it? We're gonna get a boss cutscene after this, so maybe I'll use the lightning blade right now just for fun so we can see it. Maybe. Nope, I didn't even need to. Oh, well, that's nice of him. I think that's where we fight Junpei. Junpei could be challenging just because he's Junpei. Excuse me, it's Jubei, isn't it? Damn it. I always mess that up. Jubei. Dongo, 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 dongo. I don't know the words there.
これよりは抗議のに若輩者はここまでにいたせい
Is Tam Tam really that young? He's old enough to have a daughter. A daughter that can fight.
いざ尋常に一本目勝負バグナバグナ
Yeah, see, using that's a little hard against Jubei. Lightning Blade.
勝者タムタム2本目勝負バグナバグナバグナバグナ
It's gonna be a little harder. Yeah, when I get to tougher AIs that actually, like, block and are fast, it's gonna be harder to use that move. Because I guess that's another disadvantage, is that the move has a big startup. But if I can set it up when an opponent is knocked down, I think that's my best bet. How does he even do that? He's like flipping it with his foot as he goes. Oh my gosh.
異国の地の戦士お前強かったお前との死闘きっと我が神も喜んでくださる
Before the temple gate. That's where we fight either Yashimaru or Yoshitora. I think after Tam Tam, the next character we're supposed to play as is Hanzo. Yashimaru.
俺の姿を見たからにはどこまで飛ぼうと逃がさない。
タムタム VS クラマヤシャマルいざ尋常に一本目勝負バグナバグナ
Oops, you didn't defend. Uh-oh. Seems like a good time for a fireball. So I'm starting to try to incorporate more of Tam Tam's other tricks. Oh, that was a pretty good counter. So when you use that skull, you can choose kind of the arc that it's at. Alright. You can throw multiple, too. That's exactly what I was hoping for. My whole thought process there was, I'm going to hit him normally under the assumption he's going to block, and then when he tries to counter, that's when I'll unleash the lightning blade. I just wasn't sure if it would work, but I know Yashimaru is more of a range character than a speed character, as far as I can tell.
お前の仮面悪い神の気配するでもお前の心から太陽の光感じるお前悪いやつなのかタムタムよくわからない
That was pretty long dialogue. I think they're intentionally making his Japanese slow, like he's still learning the language. Alright, this is either Shiki or Genjiro. So, I guess Shiki, because I did look her up a little bit, because I was like, okay, I'm not very familiar with this character. I guess she was introduced in Samurai Shodown 64. So, she's not like a classic Samurai Shodown character. She is one of the newer ones, which I'm not as familiar with. Because I think my first exposure to those were like Samurai Shodown 5 or 6, which have just like such huge rosters. I'm not familiar with all the characters in them at all. That's not a good start. Oh, left himself open for that. And again. Dang. Morning, Ridley. I'm really liking this character, actually. Because I can rapidly do that. Ow. It's like playing as E-Honda in Street Fighter, and all you do is the 100-hand slap, which is exactly what my dad does whenever I fight him in Street Fighter. Gotta be ready for a lightning blade. Aha! He messed it up. It's over! Bam!
血に飢えた猛獣のようだ。でも所詮は獣。神の戦士の敵ではない。
Yeah, Genshiro is pretty much all about violence and vengeance and all that fun stuff.
これが明らかに不自然と認識できたこと。その暗い怨念は最悪となり。
I don't know, man. KFC chicken sandwich and Cheeto sauce sounds pretty good to me now. You've been seeing a lot of Dante moveset? Yeah, Felicia Fan did a really nice one. And then, I think Shadow Link did something like that as well from Source Gaming. So, no, people are really into the idea of Dante in Smash. I get it. Because Dante is such a definitive action video game character. Pretty much the predecessor to Bayonetta. And, like, he has enough of his own abilities to differentiate himself from her, of course. So he would be a great Smash Brothers character. My problem is that I've never played a Devil May Cry game, so I don't have any personal attachment to the character. He seems cool. I'll probably someday play Devil May Cry and maybe do a Dante Force Smash. It seems like it's a little overdone at this point, so I might... I'm not rushing to do it anyway. It's more like I'll do this someday type of thing. As far as Capcom goes, I mean, Resident Evil just sticks out as a huge series that's not represented in Smash Brothers yet. And then beyond that, like, Phoenix Wright is just one of my favorite video game series of all time. So I have a very strong personal desire towards Phoenix Wright. He'd be, like, one of my top 5 potential newcomers, period, at this point. Okay, this is not going well. Alright, there we go. The ad was really forced. Yeah. You know, ads feel like they gotta do something to stand out, or people aren't gonna remember their product. I mean, hey, it must be working because you're talking about it, right? That's their goal, is to make you remember it. It's ridiculous how much of situations I can just use that whirlwind sword for. Uh-oh, I didn't want to do that because he could lightning blade me. Oh, that wasn't the lightning blade? It was just a regular hit? Ow. Aha, there it is. Yeah! Oh no! My sandwich is too boring! I need something with flavor! Oh. He's got his Quetzal... How do you say that name again? Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl. Alright. Quetzalcoatl. Capcom has so many good character choices. Oh my god, right? You think it might be Jill? Oh, yeah, I've heard that theory. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Quetzalcoatl? Yeah, I think that's it. Quetzalcoatl. Personally, I like the... Oh, wait. Rival fight.
お前誰だタムタム変な場所迷い込んでしまったでも邪気の気配近いどこかに石あるはず
舞の最中に壇上に踊り出るとはなったる無粋しかし見ればなかなかの面構えこの教師の血肉の前にてお相手いたしやしょう
Tam Tam's another character like Kyoshiro that doesn't really have any connections with any other characters from a story standpoint, so that's kind of funny. It's kind of like, you know, and that happens with a lot of these fighting games where they start having these rival fights. Like, I remember in Ultra Street Fighter 4, it's like, oh gosh, who do we have as a rival for DJ? I know, how about just have him fight Rufus, and he goes in this tangent about how Rufus's big fat belly makes rhythms like a drum. It's exactly what they did, because they had nothing else. They're like, Rufus! Ow. There we go. I was gonna say, personally, my favorite Resident Evil choice is Leon Kennedy. Just for a couple reasons. I mean, for one, even though, right, well, Jill and Chris have been around since the first Resident Evil, I mean, Leon's not that far behind. He was introduced in Resident Evil 2, so it's really close enough to, and he's just as regular of a character. So it's enough to put him up there. And I attribute him much more with Nintendo, because, like, for one, the first big Resident Evil game I think that was really memorable for Nintendo was Resident Evil 4, which a lot of people still love Resident Evil 4 for the Wii. It's kind of the definitive version of Resident Evil 4, which is kind of funny, but it helps make Leon much more attributed to Nintendo. And Leon has, you know, a lot of melee strikes, which they all do, but it feels like a thing that's more emphasized with Leon. And then, the first Resident Evil game that was on Nintendo was Resident Evil 2, which is the one that starts Leon. So just, and also, like, Jill and Chris always get used as the crossover characters, so it'd be a nice change of pace. So just between all those things, I would prefer Leon, but of course, I mean, the theory there is that it's Jill. So, and if it's Jill, that's fine. She's probably the single biggest face of the series, maybe. I mean, Chris is there too, and then a lot of people, you know, recognize Albert Wesker, or, you know, just, if you wanted to go with, like, what's the icon of Resident Evil, it's probably a zombie. It's kind of like, oh, Dragon Quest slime. But, I mean, obviously, you know, you want to play as... Jesus, just die already. Obviously, you want to play as one of the protagonists. So I was never interested... well, I'm not completely disinterested in the idea of slime being playable in Smash Brothers. It's just I strongly preferred Hero, which is why I'm happy we got that. Oh, do like a Resident Evil Hero type thing? Yeah, I don't know. These runs keep getting faster and faster. I thought I did Kyoshiro pretty fast, and then I did Jubei really fast, and now I'm doing Tam Tam even faster, I think. So I already tested Tam Tam's aerial heavy, and it's pretty dang good. If Leon does not get added to Smash, I actually did. It's the newest game I've bought. Or I guess most recent. No, it's not, because I just bought Mario Maker 2 and Samurai Shodown. Prior to that, I picked up Resident Evil 4 for the Wii. I had been waiting for it to come out in Switch, but then everyone's like, the Wii version's better. So I went and got the Wii version of Resident Evil 4. So if they don't announce Leon for Smash, I'll just play that game and do a Leon for Smash. You got a Samurai Shodown advertisement? That's awesome. That's really fitting. This whole stream is a Samurai Shodown advertisement. This game is eventually coming to Switch, at least in Japan. They haven't officially said it's coming localized on the Switch yet, but that'd be really silly if it wasn't. But we're definitely, I mean, unless I really struggle against this boss, we're definitely going to have time for a second character this stream. You know, Tam Tam's hair reminds me a lot of Riola's. Tam Tam's kind of a big target in the air. That's my only concern, is he's gonna get hit by like all the aerial moves. We'll see. Oh good, I was worried his would be strong enough to knock down like it was with Kyoshiro, but it's not. It's a strong double hit that does not knock her down. That's amazing. And like I said, because his jumps are so floaty, it's really easy to be precise with where I want to be when she attacks. And because his aerial heavy goes so low, I can get really high above her and still hit her. Tam Tam might be like the perfect character to fight this boss with. I keep finding characters I like more and more. I thought after the last thing, oh, Juby is going to be the character I play as. Now I think it might be Tam Tam. You have lots of games you haven't gotten to? My god, same. I have some games that aren't even unwrapped. I got Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U because I didn't want to miss out on the whole deal of, oh, you also get Bayonetta 1. That's not ever been unwrapped. And I got Paper Mario Color Splash because, like, oh, I want to give this a chance. That's never been unwrapped. I barely played Super Mario 3D World. I picked it up after I played it with a friend. We co-opted the game, and I was like, oh, I want to do this someday with my friends at home. And they're always so busy that we don't have a chance to sit down and just play a random game like that anymore. Whenever we do have the time to meet up, we're either playing D&D or watching anime or playing Smash Brothers, which is very rare still, just because we have so little time to meet up. Oh, I missed your last message, Jackknife. Let me get to it when I can. Some of the pepperonis on my thing are cut off. I've actually been, oh, shit. I was reading the chat and forgot to block. Welp! Let's see if we can pick it back up. Here, it's better for me to wait until the credits roll before I try to read. Yeah, that move's gonna be hard for Tam Tam to dodge. Ugh. I think my best chance is to just stay jumping and try to block or like dodge as much of it as possible, because I can kind of stay in the air for a bit. I'm gonna have to be really lucky to win this time. I was like, oh, the boss is doing an intro. I don't have to think. So, I've actually been thinking about changing my whole branding and stuff. I don't wear that hat very much. Like, the only time I put on that hat now is in videos. So, like, I was thinking about changing my logo and the intro in it to just being a pizza that's cut like the Smash logo. But, I would need a few things. First, I'd want to contact the person who did my intro and see if they can update it with that. And then I would contact the artist that made my logo, which was Rosie, and then see if they can update that aspect. Jesus. I might actually lose against the boss. I lost an opportunity because I was I made a poor choice. And then, actually, like I said, Tam Tam is big enough that a lot of the attacks are hitting me, unfortunately. Oh, shoot. And because he's so floaty, I can't... That's one of the disadvantages of being floaty, is that if she starts an aerial attack like that, I don't have the opportunity to change up. We're going to try to do a lightning strike after this move, see if that's enough to finish her off. I doubt it. No. It came very close, though. If I could even get some more... Oh! Well, hey, we won. I think even with the slip-up, that was the fastest arcade mode I've done. Yeah, Tam Tam might be my new favorite. Pretty sure he's my new favorite.
辛く苦しいこともあったけど、幸せな思い出もたくさんあったわ。
Ah, naked lady!
あなたが私を苦しみから解放してくれたのですね。ありがとう。これでやっと。
I don't know, I guess I've just gotten desensitized to that. I see it almost every day, so...
しずのおだまき繰り返し、昔を今になすよしもがな。
It's okay, she's glowing.
気づけばタムタムは見知らぬ景色の中に佇んでいた。異界の光景と浄化の光はすでに消え、代わりに美しい桜が辺り一面を包んでいる。驚いたのもつかの間、彼は慌てて石を探し始める。桜吹雪に包まれながら一昼夜必死に辺りを捜索し続けたタムタムである。
Oh, what? He doesn't find it?
結局パレンケストーンは見つからなかった。
Does he get a sad ending? Aww.
こわばる指で仮面を外したタムタムは木陰で大きく息を吐く。この激闘で仮面にかなりの力を吸われ、体力は限界寸前まで来ていた。果たして自分はこの異国の地で使命を果たすことができるのだろうか。胸に刺す不安を振り払うように、彼は大切な故郷を思い浮かべ
And it turns out it was home all along. He never had to go to Japan.
聖なる石を失ったために、村では今も多くの人が苦しんでいる。愛する村を救えるのは神の戦士たるタムタムだけなのだ。大切なものを守るため、タムタムは再び立ち上がる。パレンケストーンを探し出し、再び村に平穏を取り戻すために。
Man, why does Tam Tam get a sad ending? It's just like in Street Fighter, where no matter what you do, even though he's such a cool character, T-Hawk always gets a sad ending. It's like, no! Why can't they, like, win and get the thing they want like everyone else? Anyways, as a fighter, I think Tam Tam is my new favorite. Because, oh boy, he's really good. He's got some cool special moves, and then that super, like, spin blade attack is just ridiculous. What MVC character would you like to see in Smash, not including Ryu? Phoenix, right? Hey! You too. It'd be like if everyone else in One Piece gets their desires fulfilled and then Brook just never gets to reunite with Laboon. Just like, Yeah, it's like Luffy became king of the pirates. Zoro became known as the greatest swordsmaster of all time. Brook returned to where Laboon was, but the whale had died while he was gone. It's like, what? Why? Why does everyone else get the happy ending? No, yeah, for the MVC question, I would pick Phoenix Wright. If I had to pick outside of that, though, like, if I had to pick, like, something on the Marvel side, I'd go with Spider-Man for sure. And those aren't really spoilers. They tell you from the get-go that's what they want to do. From episode 1, you know that Luffy's goal is to be king of the pirates, and you assume because it's a typical shonen, and he's a typical shonen protagonist, that the ending is going to be that he accomplishes that goal. Yeah, Spider-Man, for one, is my favorite superhero, so there's that. But two, I mean, that Spider-Man game, I think, is standing out for a lot of people. It's just a really good video game. You know, I guess it's kind of funny because I would say my second favorite superhero after Spider-Man would be Batman, who has had a very successful line of video games. So, hey. Brook and Laboon might actually be a spoiler? I don't think so. You'd find out pretty quick that's what Brook wants. I guess that one's a bit more of a spoiler. Jackknife, just because, I mean, in the other Love Live show, they don't win. So. Spider-Man needs to have a Miles. I know you mean Miles Morales, but the first thing that came to mind was moveset Miles. I was just like, what? That'd be cool, but oh right, Miles Morales, duh. We got the black screen now. Oh, there we go. We are under an hour, so we will go ahead and do a second character today. And I think the next character... Oh, yeah, we get the cool ending. He's got a whole rainbow pattern going on there, right? You see it's like red, yellow, green, purple, and that's pretty cool. It's kind of a rainbow serpent kind of thing. Okay, I think I was right. I think the character that says Samurai Shodown is the character you just beat story mode with. Miles Morales versus moveset Miles.